What if I told you that one of the most impressive swords in House of the Dragon wasn't created by CGI, but by real master blacksmiths? Behind every blade lies weeks of craftsmanship, thousands of layers of steel, and countless hours of precision work. From designing Ormund Hightower's legendary sword Vigilance to creating safe combat versions for the actors, every detail was carefully planned to bring Westeros to life. In this video, we'll take you behind the scenes of House of the Dragon's incredible armory and discover how these iconic weapons were forged, designed, and brought onto the screen. Let's begin. Introduction. This discussion presents the perspective of an actor while exploring a department of filmmaking that usually remains hidden from the audience. The armory department is not limited to manufacturing weapons. It also involves design, metalworking, mold making, painting, safety considerations, and adapting each weapon to suit the needs of a specific character. The discussion demonstrates that every sword seen on screen is the result of weeks of craftsmanship, technical expertise, and the combined efforts of professionals from different departments. The relationship between the character and the weapon. The discussion shows that a weapon in a film or television series is not merely a tool for combat but also an important part of a character's identity. The sword Vigilance, used by Ormund Hightower, was designed by considering the character's personality, status, and identity. The showrunner and the armory team worked together to determine the sword's appearance, decoration, and overall design so that it would accurately represent the character. This demonstrates that cinematic weapons contribute significantly to character development. The process from design to production. The discussion explains that the creation of every sword begins with an initial sketch and design concept. The blacksmith then spends several weeks transforming this concept into a finished weapon. Heating the steel repeatedly, folding it into multiple layers, shaping it with hammers, and carefully grinding the blade are all time-consuming processes. This highlights that film props are not created solely for visual appeal but also require genuine craftsmanship and professional metalworking skills. The Valyrian sword and the Damascus effect. To create the appearance of a Valyrian steel sword, the team produced a Damascus-style pattern on the blade. Thousands of steel layers were combined to achieve the distinctive texture. Later, laser engraving and acid etching were used to enhance the depth and detail of the surface. This process demonstrates how traditional blacksmithing techniques and modern technology are combined in filmmaking to produce realistic visual effects. The importance of time and cost. The discussion also reveals that producing a high-quality cinematic sword requires both considerable financial resources and time. The expenses for propane gas, steel, and other materials indicate that prop making is a costly process. Likewise, the 4 to 6 week production period reflects the importance of maintaining quality rather than rushing the work. Molds and different versions of the sword. An important aspect discussed is that multiple versions of the same sword are created for filming. These include the hero sword, an aluminum version, rubber versions, and other specialized variations designed for different scenes. This demonstrates that each filming situation has unique requirements, making it necessary to produce several versions of the same weapon to maintain realism while ensuring practicality. Prioritizing safety. One of the most significant points in the discussion is the emphasis on actor safety. Rubber swords are specifically designed for combat scenes so that they resemble the original weapon while minimizing the risk of injury. At the same time, they must be durable enough to withstand repeated impacts during action sequences. This reflects the film industry's commitment to balancing realism with safety standards. Craftsmanship and artistic skill. The discussion further highlights that despite the availability of modern machinery, traditional craftsmanship remains essential. sculpting with hard wax, creating an ivory-like appearance using plastic, and applying paint to imitate wood and metal all require highly skilled artists. These details demonstrate that artistic talent continues to play a vital role in producing realistic cinematic props. An excellent example of teamwork. The Armory department operates through the collaboration of many specialists rather than the efforts of a single individual. Designers, blacksmiths, mold makers, metal engravers, painters, and actors all work closely together throughout the production process. This teamwork ensures that every weapon is visually convincing, appropriate for the character, and safe to use during filming. The actor's perspective. James Norton's comments reveal that actors also appreciate the craftsmanship behind the props they use. He repeatedly expresses his admiration for the effort invested in creating the sword and considers it a privilege to wield such a carefully crafted weapon. He also acknowledges that the sword hilts frequently broke during combat scenes, illustrating the physical demands placed on props during action sequences. The importance of the hidden departments of filmmaking. Audiences usually focus on the actors and the story, but this discussion highlights the importance of the departments working behind the scenes. Without the expertise of the Armory team, action scenes would appear less convincing, and the safety of the actors could be compromised. Therefore, these behind-the-scenes professionals play a fundamental role in the overall success of a production. Conclusion. Overall, this discussion provides valuable insight into a filmmaking department that often goes unnoticed by viewers. It demonstrates that creating a cinematic sword involves much more than shaping metal. It requires creativity, technical expertise, modern technology, strict safety standards, and effective collaboration among multiple departments. The creation of Vigilance serves as an example of the dedication and precision required to achieve realism in film production. Together, these elements create action sequences that feel authentic to audiences and contribute to a more immersive and memorable cinematic experience.